let's say if there is a new client,
Right.
it comes up with some requirement. Just walk me through the entire process of how you go about conducting the audits for them.
So basically, we have certain steps defined
Okay.
in order to streamline the audit process and to give the client also reliable data, which can be used by them as an actionable insight.
Okay.
And the steps basically involve, first of all, the questionnaire designing. So this is an important step, because as in the questionnaire needs to be designed objectively in order to get the data.
What kind of questionnaires? Can you give me few questions that you put in that?
Of course. So
those must be like metrics, right?
Yes, matrix, and also it also depends upon the objective of the client.
Okay.
So when the objective is to cover the customer experience, it mostly involves how were you greeted at the outlet.
Okay.
Then were you offered the right products? Were your needs identified at the right time?
Okay.
Were the products arranged properly?
So basically what we're trying to do is measuring the customer experience, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. In case of mystery audit, yes.
Yeah.
That is not true in case of a declared audit, but yes, that is what we do in case of a mystery audit.
And don't you think it's a very subjective thing? Measuring customer experience.
You are right, it is a very subjective thing, but that is why I mentioned that questionnaire designing is an important step.
Yeah.
Because we try and define each parameter and give a score to each parameter.
Okay.
And also the client SOPs also help us in that case, because every brand, when they are in the market, they have certain standard operating procedures, which we call it. So they have these SOP documents, which is basically a training which has been imparted to their staff.
Okay.
So they shared that, and when we design the questionnaire, we basically entail all those parameters in our questionnaire.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are we only able to measure customers' experience, or is there any way of measuring the store performance also? Do we do that?
We do that. So as I mentioned, that is more of covered in case of a declared audit, because when you cover the store performance, it is mostly visual merchandising, the branding, the fixtures which are there, whether the condition is good or not, whether the store has been maintained properly or not. These things are covered in the store performance.
So what do you mean by condition? If there is a stain on, let's say, a signage, do we check that? Is it our job to check that?
Yes, it is. So when the signage is checked, it is the responsibility of the auditor to get a zoomed picture, zoomed in, zoomed out picture in order to cover the entire condition of the signage, whether there is some chip in the signage, or the paint is peeling off, or some alphabet in the brand's name is missing from the signage, or it is not well lit. All these parameters, in fact, a very detailed analysis of all the parameters is done.
Okay, so they check all these things.
Right.
And where does everything go finally? Do we use tech, or is it all manually done?
No, nothing is done manually, rather.
Okay.
We have a portal, we have a third-party portal named Checkers that we use for the audit's purpose.
Okay.
And it has 3 different interfaces, you can call it. One is for the auditors, they are also registered on it. They can view the questionnaire, the parameters which are to be evaluated. Then the second interface lies with us, the internal team, who basically goes through each and every report, does the auditor shortlisting, and does a quality check of the reports which have been submitted.
Wow.
And the third interface is with the client. So they get to view the reporting, the store level reports, the clinic level reports in the portal, and can do the analysis themselves as well. And we also share the analysis with them.
So what I'm getting is everything is real time. Is that right?
So not actually real time.
Okay.
So there is certain TAT which is given to the auditor to fill the report. Then there is certain TAT which the internal team has in order to quality check each report, and then it is finally visible to the client. So you can say a lag of 2 to 3 working days, not more than that.
Okay.